Hey guys, I'm Aimee. I'm the guitarist and songwriter for Extended Vacation, and today I'm going to teach you how to write your first song in 5 easy steps. First off, I just want to say there's no wrong or right way to go about writing your first song. As you keep at it, you'll develop your own processes, but since you're just starting out, I'm going to go over some simple ways you can get started and jump right into it. The first step in the songwriting process is what I like to call a theme. You might call it a vibe. Essentially what it is it's the emotion you're trying to convey with what you're writing. The theme is really important because the theme is what you're going to build your story off of. So make sure you pick a theme that you can then tell a story about. The second step in the songwriting process is music. Now, for me, I like to pick up my guitar, but for you, you might want to sing it. You might want to play it on the piano. You might want to pick up your bass, violin. I know people who like to just bang on a table and that's what instrument they use. It doesn't matter. Pick whichever one you feel comfortable with. Now, I know some of you at home right now are thinking, I don't know how to play an instrument, and that's okay. Don't panic. We have you covered. Down below in the comments section of this video, I'm going to drop a link to some chord progression generators. You can use this to develop your chord structure for your songs, and it'll give you a good idea of what those chords sound like together so that you can then move on to step 3, which we're going to go to in a minute. Now, what I want you to remember is there's no wrong or right way to start this music process. There's no wrong or right chord progression. There are chord progressions that sound happy, and there are chord progressions that sound sad. So you want to keep that in mind. A good rule of thumb to use is major scales or major chords usually sound happy, while minor scales and minor chords usually sound sad. Again, it all depends on the story you're trying to tell. So just start playing around with the chords and see what happens. After you have your chords figured out, the third step is you're going to want to figure out your melody. Now, the melody is that part of the song that gets stuck in your head, that thing that you're humming all the time after a song goes off the radio. The easiest way for me to explain this is how your words flow across the music you're writing. I think the easiest way to find your melody is just to start humming along your chord progression. All right, guys, so I went ahead and picked up my guitar so I could show you what I mean when I say hum along or mumble along to the chord progression that you've generated. So I'm going to use D, C, G as my chord progression right now to hum along with to show you what I mean. I'm going to play it a couple times. Get a feel for the strum, get a feel for the beat. So it's just mumbling, it's doodling like I like to say. It's just mumbo jumbo. It's whatever flows into your head. Now, pro tip. If you have a phone or some type of recorder, you're going to want to have that by you so that you can record what it is you're mumbling. Because I promise you, you're going to forget whatever it is that first comes into your head. It's also a great way to see how your melody has progressed as you kind of let the song marinate. So now you have your theme, your chords, and your melody. It's time to move on to the song structure. Now, picking your song structure, I'm going to recommend that you use the traditional structure of verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus. Now, keep in mind that the most popular songs that are out right now, this is the structure that they use. As you're first starting out, I recommend that you use this structure as well, but as you get more comfortable with songwriting, you can use whatever you want. You don't have to follow that pattern, but I just think it's a great way to start out using that as a template so that you have something to follow as you write your words. The last step in the songwriting process is what I like to call tweaking. Tweaking is probably my least favorite step in this whole process, but it's also the most important. Now, I did say tweaking, not twerking. Twerking's probably a whole lot more fun, but it's not going to get you very far in this process while you're writing your song. After I finish my song, I like to step away for a couple hours, sometimes a couple days, and then come back and really analyze it. This way I have a fresh set of eyes and ears to tweak the words that I just wrote on those pages. Now, why do I want to do this? Well, what I find is if I'm trying to finish a song, sometimes I force things, and you don't always get the best product when you do that. So hurry up and finish is not a real good system you want to follow when you're writing your first song. So just take a step back, do some tweaking, do some revisions, and I think you're going to get a much better product. So to recap, you need to pick your theme, find your chord progression, figure out your melody, write your words, and then tweak until you think you've got the song that you've always wanted. Okay, so what I'm going to tell you now is that songwriting is a process, and I've given you these 5 steps, but what you have to realize is that you may not write your first song very easily. It takes me sometimes weeks, days, months. I had one song that took me 2 years to write that we just recorded and released. So enjoy that process. Let the song come to you. Don't force it. And most of all, don't get frustrated. If you start a song and you can't finish it, move on to another one. Put that one to the side and wait for that song to come to you. I hope you learned a little something from this video. And if you did and you want to like and subscribe, we'd really appreciate it here over at Extended Vacation. So click that button down there, the thumbs up, the subscribe button, and most of all, comment. Let us know what you think. What other videos do you want to hear? What did I leave out that you're surprised I didn't put in this video? Whatever it is, tell us, and we'll try to make this channel better and better. Thanks again for watching, and we hope to see you next time. Again, I'm Aimee, guitarist and songwriter for Extended Vacation.